around these parts, this time of year, things can get pretty frosty. It's time to get the cars into storage. But a few brave owners will still take their prized muscle cars out into the crummy weather, if that's what it takes to get them to Nick's garage.
And look what just dropped in. We've got a 69 Mustang Mach 1 with a 428 Cobra jet. I believe the man just put it into storage. It didn't want to start, so he brought it here so we can get it going. Here's a nice fine car. All right, we're gonna put it in the corner there, and Monday morning we're gonna check it out. What a beauty. Beautiful car. It's got the original steering wheel, automatic, of course, on the floor. Blackout hood. You can't see it very well because the car is wet. And here it is. Big block 428 Cobra jet. Cobra wet. You can call it what you wish, but it's one beautiful car. We don't know what the problem is at the moment, but we're gonna check it out Monday morning. He tells me he thinks there's no spark through the distributor or at the spark plug. So our job is to figure it out so he can get it started, and then he could put it into storage. Well, let's see. We'll take one thing at a time. Maybe if you have a chance next week, we'll take it for a drive.
Vasilis is in the back of the shop today, working on a much dirtier car. Mike's 1966 Belvedere. The 440 is coming out today for a full rebuild into a torque monster over the winter.
When was the last time Mike drove this car? 1975, he said? No, 1995. Yeah, we've got his Belvedere here, 66 Belvedere that belongs to Mike. And Vasilis started taking it apart right now, but we're gonna overhaul the engine and the 4-speed transmission. We're not gonna do any body work whatsoever because he's here for only mechanicals. So we're gonna upgrade suspension, the engine. Of course, we're gonna do some electrical work, clean out the engine bay, fix the cooling system. Of course, do his brakes, overhaul everything, and build him a real high torque monster engine. That's what he wants. So we're gonna work on that during the holidays, during Christmas, but in the meantime, we're gonna take it all out and take it from there. Vasily, how's it going?
Good.
This is an oldie, eh?
Yeah.
Patina look, buddy.
Vasily has a big day ahead of him. After pulling out the engine here, he has to go pick up a special cake he ordered for his girlfriend's birthday.
My girlfriend's birthday is tomorrow, so I ordered a special cake. Yeah, she doesn't know. She was complaining yesterday that, you know, nobody gets me cakes, you know, this and that. Oh, I mean, I was like, yeah, but you never know, you know. I ordered a cake like 2 weeks ago.
But before Vasily can get a mouthful of birthday cake, there's a much less tasty surprise waiting for him inside the bell housing.
You gonna find it dead right here or what? Oh, I was right, man. I was right, man. No? It's a rat's nest. That's nasty.
A rat's nest?
A rat's nest.
What'd you find? Oh, yeah, they're in the bell housing. How the they get in there? They ran up the mountain? No. How the they get in the bell
How
housing?
did they get in there, man?
What the Come see this. How did the rats get in, mice get into the bell housing? It's sealed. How do you get into the bell housing?
Is that right?
You
What up?
ran through the
Can you see that?
transmission?
Is that what it is?
That's a mouse nest.
Oh my God, man. Then listen, I found it in exhaust manifolds, cylinder
Yes,
heads,
exhaust manifolds,
cylinders.
yes, by going up the pipe.
Yeah.
But this is a transmission. It's sealed.
No, right here. The boot. Went through the boot right here. Look, right here. There it is. Yeah, they squeeze in there. Look, there it is, the boot. They slept in there and went in and out. Look, right here. Through the fork and the boot.
That's for them, it's 5-star hotel.
That's right.
The Motel Mopar.
That's nasty, man. If anything attacks me, save me.
What do you got there, Vasily? God. You see that? Wow. That's what you find when you work on cars in storage for a long time. This is a very common find right here. You find them underneath the seats, dash, exhausts, engines, right here in the bell housing. Wow. This is what you call long time storage. Here it is, proof right there. Well, let's tear it down. I've got an engine here which is from Ottawa, Ontario. Belongs to a man called Randy because he wanted a little bit more horsepower than original. So what we did is we kept the engine all original except that we put in a new set of pistons, and of course we changed the heads to a 202 intake valve, and then we put it all together, and then we put it on the dyno. We made some testing. We went back with the original cast iron intake manifold, which is designed for a thermal quad, which he's gonna later put on himself. But in the meantime, we ran with my Holly carburetor and we made some tests on it. Of course, we wanted to see what it can do. We finished doing that yesterday. But I just wanted to say a special thanks to Serge from Ottawa, from Old School Auto, for bringing down the engine. And I want to thank him. Thank you, Serge. And here it is. And we did some testing, and I have the results right here. We got some good numbers with it. We pulled out a 370 horsepower at 5,900 RPM, and we pulled out a 383.7 torque at 4,000 RPM. And here she is, 340 for a 1972 Barracuda. And from some of you folks, if you're asking why is the engine blue, because the engine was blue in 1972. We finished testing it the other day, but then again, I'll get it started so you guys want to hear it. And here, let's get it going. Is everything on? Water line is on, power's on, battery charger. I'm not gonna make a full pull because I made a few tests on this one. So I'm just gonna start it so you guys can hear the idle. There it is, electric water pump. Some viewers are asking what's the blue light? There it is. Here's the switch, there's the pump, there's the blue light. Very simple. But I don't turn them on right away because I like to warm up the engine. Now we have our O2 sensors on, activate it with this switch. Then we put ignition on, red light on, and now fuel pump. And now let's get it started. Starter. We just finished building this motor with the melting oil pump, and here's the pressure, right here. Actually, I've got a few internals from melting on this motor. And if one of them is for sure is the oil pump with the strainer. And here's our oil pressure code. 70 pounds at 2,000 RPM. We've got a mile 340 here. For Randy for a 72 Barracuda. We did some testing the other day and everything went well. So I just got it running for you guys to listen to it. I just wanted to show this to my viewers here on YouTube. So this is the 340 we just finished building. As you can see, of course it's also blue because they were blue back in 1972 when Chrysler put these engines in their cars. So I made it blue just like the customer requested, just like they came from the factory. And I've always loved the 340 small block. It's one of my favorites also. I've got one here with a 6-pack that I'm going to build next year for my TA Challenger. But in the meantime, I got to get all the customers' engines done first. And I want to give a special thanks to Serge from Ottawa, from Old School Auto, that brought in this engine and a few components with it. And because of him, we've got the engine here running for his client. And of course, every time I build an engine for a customer, everybody wants a little bit more power, and then you gotta watch out what kind of a camshaft you put into the engine. In this case, this customer has the power brakes on his Barracuda, and if you look right here, we got what, about 15 to 16 inches of vacuum, just enough to operate the power brakes on his car. Of course, we have a mild cam in it. We don't want to go too radical because we want to save some vacuum for the power brakes. And here it is, made 370 horsepower, and it's more than plentiful for him. And there we go. Here's another fine build by Nick's Garage.
Randy's Cuda is going to be a dream car, there's no doubt. Nick has helped put together lots of dream cars over the years. Fans of the channel know that he's finally building his own dream. And at the end of another beast of a week, Nick heads out to his friend's body shop to see how the Kowalski Tribute Challenger is taking shape.
Wow, check it out. Is this something or what? Yeah. What a big difference from when I brought it here. Hey, this is something, eh? Look at this. One solid piece of metal. This is the way they made them at the factory. Wow, what a job, man. There's a lot of work here, man, let me tell you. A lot of sheet metal was replaced in this car. The whole floor pan, firewall. We had their quarter panels replaced, inner fenders, and the rear frame wheels. And look where it stands today. Wow, check it out. This is beautiful. Well, I can't wait to see this all done. See, this is what you need. You need a guy when he takes the car and he starts on it right away, works on it 6 days a week, day and night, non-stop, with some help, and of course with passion, like he has, like myself, and got it all done. And then after that, it's all up to me to finish it off. But for right now, we got at this stage, which is part of a big process we got ahead with it. Of course, we changed all the metal, a lot of metal, and it looks pretty good. I guess within, I don't know, a few more weeks, you'll put the trunk on, the doors, the fenders, line it up, shoot the outside, and then ready for delivery to Nick's Garage. This is something, really something.
Something else that is ready for delivery is waiting for you at Nick's online shop. Check out the new Challenger Chase Design t-shirt in 3 colors. The Big Logo hoodies, ladies tees, and classic Big Logo tee. All in stock and ready for delivery by Christmas. Thanks for checking him out.